peoples? Bubba Ace here, and welcome to another edition of Original vs. Improved. In honor of Stranger Things 3 on Netflix, Coca-Cola decided to release what they released back in 1985, which is the year in which Stranger Things takes place. They re-released for a short limited time the new Coca-Cola, which was a new thing back in 1985. And I figured what better way to celebrate the premiere of Stranger Things 3, otherwise known as Stranger Things Season 3, than by comparing it with the original Coca-Cola Classic. Quick disclaimer, I'm not actually sponsored by Coca-Cola or Stranger Things. I just felt like promoting it because I can. And one of their trailers, they had one of the characters holding a can of new Coke. Because as I just said, the series takes place in the year 1985, and that was the year that Coca-Cola decided to release new Coke to compete with its rival Pepsi. Now, from what I understand, people really despised this drink when it first came out, so not too long afterwards, Coca-Cola re-released the Coca-Cola Classic and made billions. And at least that's what I read. I don't know if that's a true story or not. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So now it makes me wonder, is this thing really as bad as people made it out to be? Is it really as bad as the reputation it built up? Or did people just overreact and this is actually an underrated drink? Well, let's find out. Let's go, everyone. Now, unfortunately, since these aren't exactly the original cans from the year 1985 or something, because obviously that was a long time ago and I definitely wasn't around by then, I can only just give you the nutritional information which will appear right here, and just take a look at the cans they are. Like, I assume that, you know, the new Coke can has the word Coke on it and it says new. I assume that this was Coca-Cola's logo back then, and so I figured this is basically a blast from the past. They just go ahead and reuse the old logo as well as bring back the old recipe. And of course the original Coca-Cola, I am assuming that this is not always the way it's looked. I only assume that they started using this when they decided to make it, you know, cursive. And now for the part you've all been waiting for, the taste test. I'm gonna first go ahead and drink a bit of the Coca-Cola Classic, just so I can have it in my mind, so I can make a fair comparison when I actually taste the new Coke. And oh, that's good stuff. Now, when I first got this, I first asked my mother about, you know, if she ever had this back when it was new, and what she thought of it, and let's just say she was part of the majority of the people who were on board the hate train for this thing. Well, let's just see if I'm too late for the hate train, or if it's still riding and I can be a passenger. Here we go. The new Coke. I might not get another opportunity to taste this, so let's go ahead and enjoy, or I guess not enjoy this, depends on how it tastes. So here we go. Before I describe the taste, I'm just going to go ahead and decide who I believe the winner is. It's pretty obvious that the winner of this one is the original Coca-Cola Classic. So the original wins this round. And what do I think of the new Coke? Well, on the one hand, I can kind of understand why people didn't like this, as it sort of tastes like Pepsi, only a little more sweet than Pepsi, if that even makes sense. At least in my opinion it does. So yeah, my final verdict, it's not great, but I think this is actually a bit better today than it was back then. Not exactly saying that it's good, just not as good as the original Coca-Cola Classic, which is why the original Coca-Cola lived on, while the new Coke faded from obscurity. Or to be more precise, it was discontinued after 17 years.
Strange, isn't it?
But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. If you want to check out some of my other videos, they're on screen. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be notified when my next video comes up. And you can help me keep the channel going by supporting me on Patreon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Till next time, ciao peoples.